Hi guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today I'm going to show you a couple quick, easy recipes to make some delicious snack foods using either canned biscuits or canned croissants. So the first one we're going to do is going to be a stuffed biscuit, and we're going to stuff it with buffalo chicken. So the first thing I need is a brick of cream cheese. That's an 8-ounce brick, which I've already put in my bowl, and I actually microwaved that for about 40 seconds because mine was too cold. You're going to also need a can of chicken. I have a store can 12.5 ounce, but you could use home canned, you could use leftover chicken, rotisserie chicken, any of those things would work. So cream cheese, chicken, some kind of buffalo sauce. I'm using mild wing sauce. You need some ranch dressing as well, and of course a can of biscuits. So let's get started. Into the cream cheese, I'm going to put about 1 packet or approximately 3 tablespoons of ranch salad dressing. Mix, dry. Okay. And then just mix that into the cream cheese a little bit. Into this, you're going to add your chicken. And I also like to, this is in rather large chunks, so I'm going to just break it up a little bit with my spatula. Super simple, really delicious. You can use these as a snack. You could use them as an appetizer. You could put a couple of them in your lunchbox. Really good. Okay. And then the last ingredient is just some, I'm using wing sauce. You could use buffalo sauce. You could use, medium, spicy, whatever you like. And this I just like to eyeball, and I put a little bit in at a time because you don't want this mixture to be too wet, but you also do want the flavor of the buffalo. So that looks a little light in color to me. I'm probably going to add a little bit more. Okay, I think that's the right amount. Okay, so that looks good to me. I'll just move this off for a second. Okay, now you're just going to need either a greased cookie sheet, or I have the Silpat here. And again, I preheated my oven to 375 degrees, and that's per the directions on the can. Winifred? Sorry about that. That was my little dog. So I just took the biscuits out of the can, and then I'm going to pull it open in the middle, or as close to the middle as you can get. This is not an exact science. Grab a spoon. That'll work. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of my filling. And then pinch it back together. And I'm going to continue to do that with the rest of them. Again, not too much because you don't want it coming out the side. I mean, this might come out the sides anyway, but pinch it shut. They look like little flying saucers. Okay, I'm going to fill the rest of these, and I'll bring you back, and we'll... Okay, so my oven is preheated. I finished filling them all, and all I'm going to do, this is an extra step, you don't have to do it, but I'm going to just put a little bit of this everything bagel seasoning on top, just for a little extra. I probably should do a wash of some kind. I'm not going to. I'm just going to throw them on. Just a couple. Okay, I'm just going to pop this in my 375-degree oven. I'm going to time it for 15 minutes, but I'll check it probably at 10. And if that's not enough, I'll add an additional 5, and I'll come back when it's all finished. Okay, guys, we're back. It's been exactly 15 minutes. I took them out. They're very hot still, but we're going to try one anyway. They are perfectly golden. Now let's open one up. And what I did want to say, I actually forgot something in the recipe. I normally put like a cup of grated sharp cheese, you know, cheddar inside, but I forgot it. Hang on one second. Can you flick the big light on? It's the one closest to the cabinet. There we go. It's a little better. Perfectly inside. Let's get a little picture for the thumbnail. Okay, and now the most important thing. Let's give it a taste. So good. These are so easy to, you know, hold and eat. Definitely great for a lunchbox, a snack, for football season. Really anytime. And the little bit of everything seasoning on the top just gives it a little extra. But you could totally leave that off if you didn't want it. Okay, this is the first recipe. Stay with me here, and I'm going to come back with another recipe. Just as easy, just as delicious. Okay, guys, we're back with recipe number 2. If you guys have seen some of my past videos, you know that I do a crab rangoon. And it's very good, but it's time-consuming. And it's something that you just don't make, you know, whenever. So I'm going to do a version that's a little bit easier, but still as delicious. So let's get started. In a bowl, I have a brick of 8 ounces of cream cheese. To it, I'm going to add, I'm just going to eyeball this. I will reference my crab rangoon video below. So if you want exact measurements, you could go ahead and look at that. I just put a little salt in there. Put a little sugar in there. And this is something you're just going to have to test and see how much you like. I might have to add more once I try it. So cream cheese, salt, sugar. And then all I have over here is some green onions and some imitation crab meat. Yes, you could use real crab meat. I never do. And again, with the onions and crab, as much as you like, I have, like I said, the basic Rangoon recipe in there that I will link below, and you could see how much I use in that. So I have about 3 or 4 stalks with the white part cut off. Sprigs, I don't even know what it's called. Okay. And then this is an 8-ounce package. I'll probably use, I don't know, less than half, I would imagine. Let's see what we got. Let's do these two and see. And with the crab, I like to cut it as small as possible. I have my oven heating to 375 degrees. There it goes. It's ready. Again, just a very small mince. I see people that make crab rangoon and they put all kinds of weird ingredients in it. I try to just keep it simple. Oops, look at that one didn't get cut. Okay, we'll do that real quick. This will probably be enough. Let's see. Let me get it in there. Put it to the side for a minute. Stir this in. And you definitely want to have your cream cheese softened for this. So you can leave it at room temperature or like 40 seconds in the microwave. And I base this recipe off of a local place that we like to get crab rangoon from. Mine just needs a little more sugar. Salt is good in it. Okay, so that's it. And again, taste your mixture. And if you think it needs a little more salt, put it in. You need more sugar, add a little bit more. Okay, so here comes the cheater part. The recipe for the filling is the same, whether you do traditional crab rangoon with wonton wrapper or this. What I'm doing here is I just got a little bit of flour. I'm going to put a little flour down, a little more. I have a can of Crescent rolls. If you want, you could buy the Crescent sheets. That would probably be easier. But this is what we're doing. I'm going to make these in a bread. My little one's going to bark because I opened the can. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to work with half at a time. And I'm making these into, I didn't say this earlier, but I'm going to make these into mini cups in my mini cupcake pan. So what we're doing here is we're going to just pinch this closed. And I have to say, I've not done this in the cupcake pan before. I have done with you just put a scoop here and roll it up, which would be faster. But I wanted to see how this would work out for me. So I think I'm going to do, let's see. We got 4 of these little. Let's see how many we get out of a sheet. I think 6. And then you're just going to push them out a little bit, or if you want, you could roll them. Now, I'm not sure if I should spray my nonstick pan. I hate using these sprays in my nonstick pan, but I don't know. I think I will do a couple with the spray and the rest without, just to see the difference. Yeah? Okay. So what I did was I just made a little thing, and I'm going to stick it in there like that. I'll do the next one so you can see better. Like that. Okay, I'm going to fill these in with the dough, and I'll come right back. Okay, I'll tell you what I've learned. 1 can of Crescent rolls, if you use the two triangles and make them into a rectangle, you only need 1 can of Crescent rolls to fill a mini 24-cup muffin pan. So For each of those two pieces that you had together, each triangle, which you'll have 4 triangles, you cut each of those into 6 pieces and you're good. I did chicken out and I sprayed all my holes because why not? I have a mini scooper. You could use a teaspoon. I'm just putting a little plop in each one. Again, I have my oven is preheating at 375 degrees. I have no idea how these are going to turn out with these little shells, but I feel like it's going to be a mess, but I'm okay with that. It's going to be delicious. We could soak the pan. Okay, I won't torture you with this. I'm going to fill them, stick them in a 375 degree oven, and I'll come back. I think I'm going to set it for 10 minutes and see how that works out. And I will bring you back and let you know how much time it took. Okay, so I took these out at exactly 10 minutes, and then I've let them sit here for 10 minutes because they were like molten hot when they came out. Oops, I just wanted to show you how nicely they browned. And now I'm excited to give them a taste test. Does that look good? Okay. That is seriously delicious. I still prefer crab rangoon in a wonton wrapper just for the crunch of it. But boy, start to finish, including baking time, these were under 20 minutes. I mean, you could never do that with the wontons. But excellent. And I definitely will be making them in these little cups again. And again, 24 mini cups is 1 tube of Crescent roll dough. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you to stay here. I'll be back in a minute, and I'll have the final recipe. Okay, for our third and final recipe, we are making a chicken bacon ranch biscuit. So let's get going. Let me tell you the ingredients. We need 1 block, 8 ounce of softened cream cheese, 1 packet or 3 tablespoons of ranch dry seasoning mix, 1 can of chicken breast, or you could use, again, leftover chicken, rotisserie chicken, or home canned chicken. I have 1 can of, these are the large Grand biscuits, and I just popped them open so the dog wouldn't bark on camera. I have some real bacon bits. Fresh bacon would be better, but this is what I have, and I don't feel like cooking up any bacon. Some cheddar cheese, and I'm adding a couple, 2 tablespoons of green onions chopped. So let's get this together real quick. In the bowl, I have the 1 block of cream cheese, and again, to it, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of the ranch dressing. I'm going to give that a stir. That might have been a little more than 3. Okay, and to this, I'm going to add the green onions. A couple tablespoons, as much or as little as you like, of bacon bits. I don't like too much, so that was probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. If it was real bacon, I'd put more. I'm going to just give a nice handful of cheddar cheese and the can of chicken breast. And again, I'm going to just chop this up with my spatula to make smaller pieces. I'm also going to add just a little bit of black pepper to this. I'm not adding salt because we have the ranch dressing, and that should be salty enough. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, we're going to get the board here floured, and I'll get my little roller, and we'll start rolling these out. Okay, so what I've done is I just got some flour here. I've got my pan ready. I think I'm going to do is you know what? I forgot one thing. I wanted to grab a little egg to do an egg wash as well. And that's totally optional, but I think it would just be nice to give it a little added color. Okay, so I just have one cracked egg and I put a drop of water in it. And I'm just going to beat that together. Okay, so I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so on this, I have a teaspoon and I got a nice big, I'm going to put that on one side. I'm going to give it a little around the edges. Fold it in half. With my fingers, I'm going to pinch it. Like this. And I have one. I'm going to continue doing these. Let's do another one together. Again, just pat it down, roll it out, whatever you got to do. Okay. Again, a heaping spoonful of chicken. That. Little egg wash around the outside. Close it up. First a pinch with your fingers, then one with the fork. Okay, let me grab real quick. Pastry brush. And we're just going to give this a light brushing on top. Like this. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of them made. Then I'm going to put them in my 375-degree oven. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes and I'll give it a check then. And then we'll come back and see where we're at. Okay, we're back with our last one. This is the creamy bacon cheddar ranch chicken in a biscuit. It ended up cooking 375 degrees for 16 minutes. And I've been letting it sit here for a minute. Let's see if it's, no, it's not too hot now. It's nice. I'm going to give it a taste. It's really good. I was concerned that I didn't put enough bacon bits in, but you can really taste that bacon come through. Very good. Okay guys, here's 3 easy recipes to make with canned biscuit dough and croissant dough. We have the buffalo chicken biscuits, the creamy chicken cheddar bacon ranch, and the little crab rangoons. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions about these recipes, please leave a comment down below. Also, I will link the crab rangoon recipe for you, the original one. And if you haven't done so, please like this video. It helps the channel out. Share it to your Facebook page, and don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. I'll be back next Monday with Mini Food Monday. I hope you check that out. Thanks for watching.